The Joy Prime Made in Ghana fair is kick-starting today at the Junction Mall in Accra, aimed at promoting locally made goods. Meanwhile, Country Director of Policy Think Tank CAS International, Apia Kusiadumako, is urging producers of made in Ghana products to work towards becoming globally competitive brands. He is confident locally made products can compete with international brands whilst consumers have value for their money.
WTO rules, you cannot restrict import into your country. And so what we can do is let the market forces correct itself. How can the market forces correct itself? The market forces will be that when our industries start to produce quality goods at competitive prices, good packaging, value for money, and then if it becomes cheaper even than the ones coming from Europe or Asia, nobody would worry nobody will worry about going to buy a foreign product, because if, for example, this pharmaceutical company at North Industrial Area can produce a particular drug of the same efficacy as Pfizer or GSK can do, then everybody would want to go and buy that particular brand. But if we are not producing to the standard that the people want, Ghanaians will go where their tastes and their pockets will get them.
And we'll be bringing you updates from the Junction Mall in Ungwa, where the Joy Prime Made in Ghana fair will be kickstarting today. Now, the Chief Business Officer of Airtel Tigo, Ethel Anamo, says removing the cost barrier in acquiring smart devices is critical to promoting government's digitization agenda. She spoke at the launch of the Airtel Tigo Flexi Plus smartphone in Accra.
The Chief Business Officer for Airtel Tigo Business was speaking at the launch of the Airtel Tigo Flexi Plus smartphone offer for workers. She said ensuring that individuals have access to affordable devices will help deepen smartphone penetration to support the government's digitization agenda.
We removed the entry barrier. Affordability has become an issue for most workers in the country today. So we are saying that we are taking that entry barrier off. Come on board on the Flexi Plus, and then we afford you any device of your choice to enable you connect to your family and friends, connect to businesses, and then we are also contributing to a digitization agenda.
The offer allows salaried workers in both the private and public sectors to acquire Samsung smartphone devices to be paid within 24 months. Stanley Popiri-Kumbo is the Director for Products and Commercial for Airtel Tigo Business.
Airtel Tigo Business Flexi Plus offer. You don't pay upright for the device. You have flexibility to pay over a 24-month period. Not only do you pay for the device over 24 months, you enjoy 40% more on data as well as 30% more on voice. So we have the Samsung S10 Plus, we have the Samsung Note 10, we have the A series of phones, we have the S series of phones, all available for customers to buy.
The Flexi Plus smartphone offer for workers is a collaboration between Airtel Tigo and Samsung. For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklo reporting.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta is insisting the country's relationship with the Millennium Challenge Corporation and the World Bank would be intact despite the cancellation of the PDS contract. There have been concerns that Ghana could miss out on the U.S. Third Power Compact aimed at improving power infrastructure in Africa. There are also some fears there could be possible scale down of financial support from the World Bank and some donors. But speaking to Joy Business, the Finance Minister maintained the future financial engagements would not be affected.
I mean, basically, anytime there's a point of departure, there's some tension. But, I mean, as I mentioned, you know, U.S. and Ghana, from the beginning of the construction of the Akosomo Dam, which for 60 years has been really the bedrock of our energy situation, you know, so there are, you know, periods in which you have differences, but that doesn't mean that you don't remain partners. I think I had a quotation from Kennedy which mentioned, well, not to worry about the past or too concerned about the present, but how we go forward in the future as the way to do it. So I think we'll be okay. Yeah.
All other commitments will go ahead in terms of support, funding, and all those things.
I believe deeply that we are an important ally, and our economic interests and political interests meet much stronger than a difference in interpretation of a contract. So it will be well.
Last year, you talked about the fact that November 15th you will come out with a new plan in terms of the private sector participation in PDS. Are we on track?
We are working on that. I hope to do that. I have a budget on the 13th and then 2 more days, so I'll figure it all out. Yeah, but people are working on that.
We are assured of a new plan that engage all stakeholders should be excited about, please.
I hope so, but it will certainly be in the interest of Ghana.
And that's all the business news for now. Back to you, Anymore.